Welcome back, guys, to our final episode of talking about the final P in our QPE framework. And nothing beats the most important factor in any purchase, whether it's car, property, gold, or anything. And that's price. So, how does price play an important role in our framework? Of course it does lah, duh. If your price today is 50% of large transaction, then it's a no-brainer, right? But let's be honest, how often do we get fire sales or heavy discounts these days? So let's be more realistic to a question whether the current market price you are looking to pay for whatever you're looking at is justifiable or not. And always remember, if the price is fair, then exit strategies and quality is very, very important too. You take any one of price, exit strategy, or quality away, you are left with a property that poses more questions than answers. Please find the link below towards our 2 other videos talking extensively about quality and exit strategy. So what about price? I will let you guys look at it from 2 sides of the coin. Number 1, per square foot. Number 2, entry level, or to put it simply, how much you are paying for something. Now, for point number 1, and for the longest time ever, you will realize that all the older generation's perception on good price or bad price is based on purely per square foot. 2,100 per square foot for a landlord 3-bedroom, 2.1, crazy. Same price I can buy close to CCR properties. I can buy a lender at the same price. Sounds common, right? So that's what I've been talking about. Per square foot tells you only half the story. Disclaimer, if your focus is just on per square foot, then every new launch is going to be overpriced. Fair enough? So, 2,000 per square foot can buy you CCR properties? Can. Perhaps only those boutique developments or older nice properties with super large sizes. Perhaps like a 2,000 square feet for a 3-bedroom unit. But if you multiply it with 2,100 per square foot, you realize that the total entry level sets one back approximately $4.2 million as compared to Lentor's $2.1 million. You're starting to see the point I'm trying to bring out, right? How often does one have $4.2 million to spend for a 3-bedroom? Hence, on the shorter to medium term, you will probably see more growth in the OCR region properties as the demands are growing more organically from the local crowds. Now, if I were to put it from a lender perspective to help you understand if you're overpaying or not, a sizable 2,000 square feet terrace selling at 2,200 per square foot, for example, which is $4.4 million versus a much larger terrace where the land is approximately 3,000 square feet, and you multiply by the same per square foot of 2,200 per square foot, it adds up to $6.6 million. Both cost the same per square foot, but one is only 60% of the other at $4.4 million. That sounds reasonable for a terrace house in today's market, but for $6.6 million, most will agree that that is overpriced because the entry level creeps at the level of the other semi-Ds around. Although you are getting a big land size of 3,000 square feet, no doubt, but ultimately you are still owning a terrace house. You must always respect what the market can digest for a terrace, semi-detached, bungalow, a 3-bedroom condo, 4-bedroom condo, so and so forth. Entry level and what you pay for are what matters the most. If you're still not convinced why entry levels are important and that if you burst through what the market can typically digest for a certain unit, you will likely be on the losing end. Let's talk about Marina 1 residences. For those who are familiar, the sales pitch back then was that you are buying a District 1 integrated development at only 2,150 per square foot. The per square foot sounds fair, right? But a quick look at the size tells you that the 1-bedrooms are huge and an average size of 732 square feet, which brings the absolute quantum to be closer to $1.6 million. Now, if you dig deeper, you realize that the average 1-bedrooms in the CBD tends to trend around $1.3 million. So, although your per square foot at Marina 1 is low, your $1.6 million price tag actually comes closer to the 2-bedroom pricing in the business district. Do you think that's a problem? Now that you got a point that entry level matters more than per square foot, you got to then pit the property that you wish to buy and its entry level with surrounding resale and new launch to understand whether you are overpaying or underpaying. Another simple logic to explain. A brand new car today costs $200,000. A 1-year-old second-hand car costs $140,000. The gap is a huge $60K difference for just 1 year difference. Now, is the value with the brand new car or the second-hand car? Vice versa. If the second-hand car costs $190K, which is $10K off a brand new car, isn't it better off just buying the brand new one at $200K? That's how we compare accordingly. For the benefit of buyers who have bought into Lentor in recent times, I will use the 3-bedroom as a gauge. Let's look at the resale properties around the neighborhood. The 17-year-old freehold Carlos trades for about $2.1 million for their 3 bedrooms. The 31-year-old freehold Bullion Park sells for about $1.9 million for their 3 bedrooms. The 41-year-old freehold Thompson Grove trades at around $2.5 million. And the closest comparison that we have, the 7-year-old leasehold Panorama selling at around $2.05 million. Meaning the range of older properties are between $1.9 to $2.4 million, be it whether it's for freehold or leasehold. My stance would then be very simple. If you can get your hands on any of the Lentor 3-bedroom premium at slightly above $2 million, you are very safe. Because it is the lowest entry level for the 3 premium in that new township. Lentor Hills at $2.08 million was quite a steal back then, and based on current inventories left, I can also safely say that the Hillock Green 3-bedroom plus study is also a safe bet at $2.13 million. And that's how you should be analyzing prices and not just focus on getting fire sale to protect yourself. Be realistic, evaluate it based on market prices and look at it objectively to see whether it is still safe or not. Always remember, the safer it is in today's market where we are trading at an all-time high, the higher chances the capital appreciation is gonna be there. So please be on a defensive mode in the bull market and be aggressive on a bear market. This pretty much sums up the P in the QPE framework. And in conclusion, if you analyze every single property's its performance and apply with our QPE framework, you will have your answers as to why the property is performing or underperforming. You take any one of the circle from the equation, you're in trouble. You can have excellent quality and pricing but lack the exit strategy like the CBD properties, you are in trouble. If you get a good price and have good exit strategies but get a property with bad qualities like the small apartments in Newton or Novena, you're in trouble. And finally, if you've got good quality and good exit strategy but overpay in prices like what you see in Marina 1 or OU Twin Peaks, you're asking for it. Always remember, nothing happens by chance or by luck. Everything happens for a reason. Property investing and home ownership in Singapore is something you have to be proud of and should always be a stepping stone for all Singaporeans. Just don't go do things like winning a ballot for a property at W Residences 40% off and think that you're going to be a winner.